What is the best way to release a single in 2019? Well, the absolute guaranteed way of success is to like and subscribe to this channel where we do this every day. So seriously, what is the best way of releasing a single in 2019? Well, firstly, let's look at the traditional way that's been happening for decades and why that does work for established big bands, but why it doesn't work for small up-and-coming bands like yours. See if this rings any bells. You write a song, you arrange it, you record it, and then it comes to release day. And there's a flurry of excitement around that release day. And you put the new song out on all of your socials. It's all over your socials. And then the next day, what happens? I don't know. Do we push it out again? There's nowhere else to go. So we're stuck. Now, in the world of the working musician, this is called the New York moment. And the reason for that is because having been a musician for 20 years, at the end of the night, you play New York.
Start spreading the news.
And there's a very specific reason for that, because that is the thank you, good night, drop the mic moment. There is nowhere to go after New York. So when everyone's going, no, you go, oh, all right, another one, no, another one. You put on New York, and everyone goes, and they leave and they go home, and that's the end. Now, the reason this strategy of putting out a new single works for a big established band is because it's a door opener. If you think about radio, TV, magazines, blogs, collabs, all of the opportunities that are available when a band like the Foo Fighters puts out a new single. Everyone's excited and everybody wants to jump on the train, get them on TV, get them on radio, and get in the magazines because we all know about it and we want to hear it, and we want to hear about the Foo Fighters one more time. It's a continuation of their story, and I want you to think of it like this. There's a party, and it's a really big party, and it's your party. And everyone has turned up and they're waiting for you. But there's one problem with this party. There is no alcohol. But you are coming along and bringing all of the alcohol for everybody. So when you turn up to your party with all of the alcohol, everyone is stoked. You walk in, ta-da, and everyone's like, yeah, this is amazing. You've arrived, it's your party, you brought all the alcohol. This is gonna be a winner. Now, when you are a small up-and-coming band, it's different. You just arrived at the party, but it's not your party, and nobody knows who you are. And you've brought a 6-pack of beer. So when the door opens and you go, ta-da, everyone goes, hi, who are you? And there isn't enough alcohol to go around, so there's not enough excitement of you arriving to that party. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, so how do I get in and bring enough alcohol for everyone at the party? How do I become the belle of the ball at that party? And that, my friends, is the wrong question. And this is where you're going wrong and how you can change it very quickly. Because the question isn't, how do I turn up and sort this party out to be the person that goes, hooray, and everyone goes mental? It's how do I do that in party number 10 or party number 20 or party number 100? That's the question. So what happens is you get into this party with your 6-pack of beer and you start using that to start conversations and you work that party. You get in your conversations, you're building relationships, you're networking, you're having fun, you're showing that you are the life and soul of that party. Still not your party, but when it comes to the end of that party, more people are going, yeah, I like them, very cool. Then when it comes to the next party you turn up, people go, oh, I remember you, that's quite cool. And at that point, you've got a bit more of an in, a bit of an easier ride, and you get in and you work that party again. And the third one, and the fourth one. And by the time it gets to the 5th one, when you walk in, people are going, oh, dude, I haven't seen you in ages. Good to see you. But when it gets to the 10th one, that's when you walk in and you open the door and everyone goes, yay, you've arrived. That is what we've been waiting for ages. You can't do that in party number 1 because nobody knows who you are and you haven't brought enough value with your 6-pack. But when it gets to party number 10 and you're bringing value on each party until it gets to number 10, that's when everyone's on your side. So your single is an announcement, you've arrived, but what next? As you start bringing more content and more singles and doing this again and again, the opportunities start to come in, and those small opportunities lead to slightly bigger opportunities, to medium ones, to top ones. but it is a continual thing over 6 to 12 months growth and not just a statement of here's my single. So what can we do differently and how can we bring more traction with your new single? So number one, you're going to stop thinking of your single as this massive right hook. It isn't. It's the start. It's the start of the conversation. It's bringing a bit of value, but unless it is wrapped up in the next 6 to 12 months of releasing content, of videos, of interviews, of more songs, unless it's wrapped up in that, you're thinking of it as a big right hook and you're going to be deflated when it doesn't get the traction that you want it to get. Tip number two, I say this a lot, content is king. Everyone knows that. But context is the kingdom. When you put out a piece of content like a video, or in this case, a single, you've got to think of what context that's in. So we're talking about over a 6 to 12 month period. So effectively, if this is one song that you are releasing over a year, we've got a problem. If it is one song that fits into a strategy of 10 songs that you are releasing over a year, then you know how to build a strategy to win at number 10 rather than trying to win at number 1. So it's great that you've got a new song, but the context is there's more of this to come. Come with me on the journey and start to explain why people should come on the journey, what they're going to get out of it, when your next songs are coming out, so that way people be with you from start right the way through your journey, and it's going to grow into a much bigger party. And number three, how do you wrap up this single so you're squeezing the lemon to get more out of it for a couple of weeks leading up to the launch date and a couple of weeks after that launch date? And the answer is creative content. So effectively, you've got a single coming out. So therefore, you're going to need an official video. You're going to need a live performance of it. You're going to need an interview about the meaning of the song, or a funny story that happened in the studio, or something about the content of releasing this song, which is more than just here is our song. And the more creative you get with the content, for example, a handwritten letter of the lyrics or the meaning of the lyrics, all of a sudden allows you to squeeze that lemon and get the maximum amount of reach in front of an audience rather than just saying, here is our single. And most importantly, this is a door opener, a conversation starter, a relationship builder. We're putting the single out as a teaser. Come with me on that journey. So what are you going to do when that door opens? What do you say? What do you do? How do you bring value to the audience and stop ordering them round? I need you to watch this. I need you to go to Spotify. I need you to buy my t-shirt. I need you to come to our gig, rather than actually bringing them value so they want to do those things instead of just ordering them around, bringing no value on your social media. The golden rule in 2019 is getting in front of people is easy. A little bit of money goes a long way when it comes to an audience. However, what are you going to do when you're in front of people? A couple of pounds, a couple of dollars will ensure that people will see or hear your single. But what is next? Getting reach and getting in front of people doesn't mean you have their full support. It just means you've caught their eye, you've caught their attention. They might have noticed you, they might know of you, but it doesn't mean they're going to be spending time, effort and money on coming to your gigs or buying your merch or listening to your music yet. That is where content comes in, where you build up the content which brings value, and then you put small amounts of money in making sure people see it, so over time they become fans rather than just people who are aware of you. Every piece of content that you do is one step closer to building that audience. And the single is the oxygen. It's the creativity that allows you to make more content to keep pushing forward. But it isn't the be all and end all, and it isn't the big right hook. It's how it fits in to the next 6 to 12 month strategy of more songs, of more content, and of more creativity, which is all ways to bring value to that audience so that you turn up to that party, fling the door open, and everyone goes, thank God you've arrived. So if you've got a single coming out, why not tag it down below so I can have a listen? Or if you do want to get your music featured on this channel, then why not send an email with some links to morgan@damiankeyes.com, and let's see if we can feature some of your music in front of this community so we can all support each other. So good luck with your single release. Thanks for watching. If you could do me a favor, like, subscribe. More importantly, come and be a part of this community because I'm super proud of everyone involved in it. But thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.